Okay, now I'm pleased to welcome one of my personal favorite YouTubers. He's got over 3.5 million subscribers, 500 million views. This is Boogie2988. Hello, my friend. How are you?
Hey guys, what's up? Sorry, I know people are expecting that. Some of the people, that's my character, Francis. This is the real me. How you doing, Geoff?
Things are very good. I know you're out in Arkansas, hanging out there in the room we see in your videos all the time, and you've been such a great supporter of all the things I've done. You were at the first Game Awards, you and I, Justine, presenting, and I hope we're going to get you out this year maybe as well.
Fingers crossed. We're making plans. We're hopefully going to be there, man.
All right.
Thanks for having me here today. Love this show. Love what you guys are doing with this.
Thanks. Well, we're great to welcome you to our Live with YouTube Gaming family, and we're going to have a little fun here. We're going to play a game called Buy, Borrow, Boot. I'm going to give you 3 games, and you are going to tell us which one you would buy, which you'd borrow, and which would get the big old Francis boot.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. All right, so first up, we're going to talk about some first-person shooters. Of course, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare coming out tonight at midnight. Between Call of Duty, Battlefield 1, and Titanfall 2 that have all come out over the past 3 weeks, which would you buy, borrow, and boot?
I got to say, I've put a ton of hours into Battlefield 1. It is a return to form. It is perfect. Buy it, buy it, buy it. Titanfall 2 is amazing, and I think it's got like a huge Metacritic score, and it's fantastic, but they released it too close to Battlefield 1, so I don't have enough time to really put into it, so that's probably on the borrow list. But Call of Duty, you're getting the Francis boot. Get out of here. We're done with you, okay? We don't want to go to the moon. We don't want to go to space. We want to go back to World War X.
Now, the one thing I will say, though, about Call of Duty, it's just coming out. You know, the reviews, I think, are going to be good on it. You're just not into it because I guess is it too much of the same for you? Is that your problem?
To me, it's kind of too over the top. It's just they keep doing the same thing over and over again, but they try to make it more and more absurd and bizarre. I grew up on Castle of Wolfenstein. I grew up on Doom. I grew up on you know, all of that stuff. I want the slower paced gameplay. I don't want to jump off walls. I just want to skill to matter. I want skill to matter.
I know, and Titanfall. That campaign is incredible. We're so honored they were here to kind of debut it for the first time, and now that people played it, so many great comparisons.
Titanfall 2 is over the top, but in a completely different way. You know what I mean? Like it's over the top in a good way. It's so good.
I know. Yeah, no, I love the comparisons. The Valve games, Half-Life, Portal, great campaign. So, all right, that's the first-person shooter verdict. Let's move on to virtual reality. We had Sean Layden on today talking about PSVR. Obviously, Oculus, Vive are out there. I know we see you often kind of checking out VR stuff. Between Job Simulator, Batman Arkham VR, and Thumper, which would you buy, borrow, and boot?
I got to say, man, VR is a special place in my heart because I'm a big guy. I haven't been able to do a lot of stuff in the real world, so getting to do new stuff in virtual reality is amazing. But easily, Job Simulator is okay. That's probably a borrow, right? Thumper, I have never played. I have never.
It's so good, man. It's incredible. Oh, Thumper, you got to play. It's great as like a Steam or PS4 game, but when you step into PSVR with the full 3D sound and the experience, I don't know if you ever played like Amplitude or Frequency or some of the old rhythm games from Harmonix, but it is like it's a trip. It's just like you'll lose yourself. You got to play it.
Easily the best on that list is Batman, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
like,
no,
it's so short.
But it's short, exactly.
Right, and it's overpriced for as short as it is, but it's so good. It's really, really like it shows you what a AAA game could be like.
Yep.
And if someone will put the money into it, they'll put VR on the map.
I agree, because that game, when you're like walking up to the characters, like they're so detailed and it's incredible. You're right. After like 45 minutes, you're like, wait, is that it? And even though it's $20, you're right. It's almost like I treat it almost like an amusement park ride, where it's kind of like you go in for an hour, you're going to have this really high impact experience. But you're right. If that kept going for 10 hours, I would have been there for all 10.
The first time I like rewound the fight to see like the different angles and to look at, oh my God, it's breathtaking. That's breathtaking. It's what VR should be, what it could be, you know?
Can't disagree with you there, my friend. All right, so let's move on to some RPGs. Not any big RPGs coming out this year, except for one I think we're going to talk about here. Skyrim Remastered, Dark Souls 3 came out earlier this year, and then World of Final Fantasy. Are you into that?
I got to say, World of Final Fantasy is amazing. I don't know why nobody's talking about that game. If you like Pokemon, if you like Final Fantasy, this is the perfect game. I put like 10 hours into it. I've got 20 more to go. I can't stop playing it. I was playing it before I talked to you. I'm going to go play it when we're done. It's amazing.
All right, so that's definitely the buy. What's
Right.
borrow and boot?
Let's see, what was Dark Souls 3 and what was the other option?
Dark Souls 3 and Skyrim Remastered.
I got to say Skyrim Remastered. That's exciting for console players who've never played it. But I'm PC Master Race, right? I've had mods for years, right?
True.
So I don't know. Like Skyrim is definitely maybe at this point.
Are you giving Todd Howard the boot?
I'm giving him the boot. I'm sorry, man. I've played your game. It's a 5-year-old game. I played it for 5 years. I can't play it anymore.
It's a free upgrade though on the PC.
A Dark Souls 3 though, and it is a free upgrade if you owned all of the DLC in time.
That's true.
I didn't buy Dragonborn before the 28th, and so I have to pay for remaster. Dark Souls 3 is a great game, but it's not for me.
Yep.
That one's exclusively for Francis.
Okay.
Because I can't play that. I can play that game. Boogie can't play that game. He's a wimp.
All right, last one here, Francis. Let's talk about consoles, Nintendo Switch, PS4 Pro. We just had Sean Layden on talking about that. And then I guess the Scorpio, although we don't know much about it, it's coming next year. Between those three, an early look at buy, borrow, boot from your opinion, Boogie?
Now, I've already said in this that I'm PC Master Race, so PC is my preferred platform. But here's the thing, Geoff. I buy every console. I play every console. I play all of the exclusives. So please don't make me choose. Please don't make me choose. If I have to choose the Scorpio next year, but the Pro right now.
Yep.
And if the Pro is good enough, who needs Scorpio? That's all I'm saying.
What
They're
about
need to wow us.
I agree. What about the Switch, though? Is that something that you're excited about, enticed by?
The Switch is something I'm excited about, but I'm afraid that they're going to stop supporting my 3DS, and that's one of my favorite things in the world. I'm sad to see the very last Wii U roll off of the assembly line. That's so depressing. I feel like that console really didn't get a shot. And here's the thing. Francis pointed this out in his video. The Switch is just a tablet. Dude, it's just a tablet. Am I taking crazy pills? It's just a tablet.
But it has the Nintendo magic inside of it.
It does look amazing. I'm actually really excited. I think it's the kind of innovation that keeps Nintendo coming back. It's what keeps me coming back to Nintendo. I can't wait. But I will say this to the guys at PlayStation. Could you imagine if you didn't give up on the Vita? You made a Vita XL that was tablet-sized and then could broadcast to my television via the PlayStation 4? Make it happen, PlayStation. Make it happen.
All right. Well, we'll see if Sean Layden can make that happen. It is a great time to be a gamer, though. All three systems, lots of great games coming out for all of them. And we're so excited to have you a part of the family here, Boogie. We hope to see you again soon. We've got the Nintendo